Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt like your brain was still asleep? Maybe you walk into a room and forget why you went there. Or you try to recall a name, someone you've known for years, and it's just gone for a moment. And the eyes. Oh, the eyes. That dry, tired, almost burning feeling when you're driving during sunset? I know that feeling too well. And we often say to ourselves, well, I guess I'm just getting older. But here's the truth I want to share with you today. It's not just age. Sometimes it's your brain and your eyes trying to whisper something. A quiet little SOS saying, hey, we're running low on the nutrients we've been needing for years. Now here's the good news. You don't need expensive pills. You don't need complicated treatments. Sometimes the answer is already sitting in your pantry. Just one small change, each night before bed. And over time, your memory can sharpen, your eyes can feel more relaxed, and you might even sleep better. So today, I want to share with you 6 powerful little seeds that can help restore your brain and your vision while you sleep. And we'll begin with a quiet warrior called flaxseed. Flaxseed, small seed, big work. Flaxseed is humble, unassuming, but inside, it's packed with something incredible, a plant-based omega-3 called ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. Now maybe you've heard of omega-3s from salmon or other fish, but what if you're not a fish eater? Or you prefer a more plant-based diet? That's where flaxseed steps in. And for your eyes, especially the delicate cells in the retina, and your brain, which is made up largely of fat, flaxseed is like giving them both a gentle recharge. Science backs this up. Studies show that older adults who regularly consume ALA can slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration, the kind that makes it harder to see in low light. It also helps the brain stay more flexible, more responsive, even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. Let me tell you about Elaine. She's 71. She told me, I only started adding a spoonful of ground flaxseed to my yogurt at night because I heard it helps with digestion. But after a few weeks, I noticed I wasn't squinting as much when I drove at dusk. And in the mornings, my mind just felt clearer, like someone opened a window. Isn't that beautiful? You see, the body remembers when we care for it, even in the smallest ways. Using flaxseed is simple. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flaxseed, added to your yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothie in the evening. Fresh is key, because the omega-3s are delicate. And don't use whole seeds. Your body can't absorb the nutrients unless they're ground. Now I want you to imagine this. Every night, as you lay down to sleep, a spoonful of flaxseed is quietly at work, soothing your eyes, nourishing your brain, and helping you wake up the next morning. Just a little more yourself. So let me ask you, have you felt your mind slowing down lately? Eyes feeling strained in the evenings? Maybe. It's time to give them what they've been needing all along. Just one small step, taken before sleep, can be the start of clearer thoughts, healthier eyes, and a softer, lighter morning. Let's keep walking this gentle path together. Take good care of yourself tonight, and don't forget the flaxseed. Would you like me to continue with the next seed in the series? Or prepare this as a video script format with camera directions and pacing notes? Next in our journey through these tiny heroes that quietly support our health is a little seed that's almost invisible. It could slip right through a spoon of water without you noticing it. And yet, what it carries inside might surprise you. I'm talking about chia seeds. Now, if flaxseed is a gift for your brain's membranes and the delicate retina of your eyes, then chia? Chia is a gift for your memory, your sleep, and the flow of blood through your body. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your thoughts are a little foggy before bed? Or maybe your sleep is light, broken, and you wake up feeling just as tired as the night before. You're not alone, and it might not be your age. It might be that your body simply needs to be fed, gently and with the right things. Now, chia seeds may look like dust. They're even smaller than sesame seeds. But don't let that fool you, because inside these little grains is a powerhouse of nutrients. Nutrients that, especially as we get older, our brain and body start craving more than ever. They're rich in omega-3s, the kind that protect brain cells, fight inflammation, and help keep your memory alive and active. And they're also filled with calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, a trio of minerals that not only support your bones, but also calm the nervous system. Magnesium, in particular, plays a beautiful role in helping us relax into deeper sleep and stay there. And when your mood feels heavy or off, sometimes magnesium is what's quietly missing. You know, I once had a patient, Ms. Lucy, 65 years old. She didn't come in for anything major. She just said, "I feel off. Not sick, just out of balance." She started something simple, adding a spoonful of chia seeds into a glass of warm water every night before bed. She let it sit for 10 minutes, let it bloom into a soft gel, then drank it like a little ritual. And weeks later, she came back and said, "I'm sleeping through the night now. No more waking up at 3 a.m. for no reason. The headaches have eased up, and somehow, even my digestion feels smoother." She smiled when she said it, not like someone who found a miracle, but like someone who finally felt at home in her body again. There's even science behind this. A recent study in the Clinical Nutrition Journal found that older adults who consistently took chia before bed experienced better sleep quality, clearer thinking in the morning, and even reduced stress by 23% after just 6 weeks. No heavy medications, just one simple act of nourishment, repeated with love. And you don't need much, just 1 tablespoon, in a glass of warm water. Let it sit for 10 minutes. It will form a gentle gel, soft and easy to drink. If you'd like, you can add a bit of honey or a few drops of lemon to make it more pleasant, and drink it 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That's it. But one little note from me to you: start slow. Too much chia too soon can cause bloating, especially if your body isn't used to that much fiber. Let your system adjust. Let it learn. Let it receive. I like to think of chia seeds like little messengers. They don't shout. They don't demand. But night after night, they quietly offer their help. To your brain, to your sleep, to your digestion, to your balance. So if you've been feeling just a little off lately, if your sleep feels shallow, or your mind a bit cloudy, maybe tonight is a good night to begin. Not with a big change, not with a pill, but with a glass of warm water and a spoonful of something ancient, gentle, and wise. Because that's really what aging is, isn't it? It's not about holding on. It's about listening to what your body whispers, to what your mind truly needs, and sometimes to the quiet power of something as small as a seed. Take care of your nights, and your mornings will take care of you. Have you ever noticed how a walnut looks just like the human brain? The folds, the shape, even the 2 hemispheres. It's almost uncanny, isn't it? And you know, nature doesn't do things by accident. Modern science is finally catching up to what ancient wisdom seemed to know all along. Walnuts are one of the most powerful foods you can give your brain, not just for memory, but for clearer thinking, sharper focus, and even better sleep. I want you to imagine this. You're sitting at the kitchen table in the early evening. The day is winding down. You're tired, but your mind is still racing. Maybe with worries, maybe with loose threads you can't quite grasp. And lately, you've noticed something. You walk into a room and forget why. You pause mid-sentence trying to recall a simple word. Or maybe you can't remember the name of someone you've known for years. Have you felt that way? If so, please hear me when I say, you're not alone. And no, It's not just aging. Sometimes it's just your brain asking for better fuel. Walnuts are nature's answer to that call. They're rich in something called DHA, a type of omega-3 that the brain absolutely needs to function well. And out of all the nuts we know, walnuts contain more DHA than any other. This fatty acid helps protect your brain cells, supports smooth communication between them, and slows the very process of mental decline that so many fear as they age. But that's not all. Walnuts are also packed with polyphenols, a powerful antioxidant that helps fight the kind of cellular stress that causes memory loss and even vision decline. And here's something few people know. Walnuts are one of the only foods that naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep cycle. So, when eaten at the right time, they don't just nourish your brain, they help calm it, help it rest, help it reset. A study from UCLA followed older adults who ate just a handful of walnuts, about 3 to 5 times a week. And what they found was inspiring. Those individuals had better memory, sharper thinking, and fewer signs of early confusion compared to those who didn't include walnuts in their diet. Just a small handful, each day. And within a few short weeks, the difference was noticeable. One of my favorite stories comes from a man named David. He's 70. He once told me, "I was terrified I was losing my mind. I'd forget mid-conversation. My words would vanish." His son, bless him, bought him a jar of walnuts. Said, "Dad, just try eating a few each night." And so he did. After a month, he came back, eyes lit up, grinning. "You won't believe this," he said. "I remembered the name of my high school crush from 50 years ago, just like that. It was like someone turned the lights back on." Moments like that remind us of something so simple yet so easy to forget. Healing doesn't always need to be loud. Sometimes it begins with a quiet bite, a slow chew, a seed of trust. If you'd like to try, just 3 to 5 shelled walnuts in the evening, about an hour before bed. You can eat them on their own, or add them to warm porridge, a glass of oat milk, or a light smoothie. If the taste feels a bit bitter to you, try lightly toasting them. It brings out a warm, nutty flavor that many find soothing. But remember, walnuts are nutrient-dense, so moderation is key. Don't overdo it. Let the body adjust, slowly. We can't stop the clock, but we can care for our minds, with intention, with love, and with a few simple habits that remind us of our own inner rhythm. No, you won't wake up tomorrow with perfect recall, but in just a few short weeks, you might start remembering names again. You might find your thoughts coming easier. You might feel, gently, quietly, like yourself again. Age will come, but clarity, peace, and presence, those are things we can choose to nourish. And sometimes, it begins with a walnut. You know, most people think of sunflower seeds as just a snack, something you might eat while watching TV or chatting with friends. But I want to invite you to see them differently today. Because hidden inside those tiny, crunchy seeds is something far more powerful than we give it credit for. Sunflower seeds are like a quiet kind of sunshine for your eyes, your nerves, and your spirit. I want you to imagine this for a moment. You're walking home at dusk. The light is low, and the headlights of cars start to blur. You squint. Things feel a little hazy. Your eyes begin to sting. Maybe they're dry, maybe they're just tired. And you tell yourself, well, I'm just getting older. Have you ever said that? One of my patients once told me, I used to love reading in the evenings, but now my eyes tear up so quickly. I miss it, but I figured it's just my age catching up. But here's the truth, and it's important. It might not be age, Sometimes it's just that your eyes are running low on fuel. Inside each tiny sunflower seed is a whole package of nutrients your body craves, especially as you grow older. They're rich in vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants for the eyes. Just one small handful a day can provide a third of your daily need. Vitamin E helps protect your eye cells, keeping the retina strong and slowing down common issues like cataracts and macular degeneration. But that's not all. These seeds are also filled with selenium and zinc, a powerful pair that works alongside vitamin E to protect your vision and support your immune system. And if your eyes tend to feel dry, tired, or strained from reading or screen time, these nutrients help reduce inflammation and soothe that discomfort. There's also something beautiful about how sunflower seeds support the nervous system. They contain vitamin B6 and magnesium, two nutrients that help relax your nerves, lower stress, and support a deeper, more restorative sleep. Because it's not just about the eyes, it's about helping your whole system slow down, unwind, and reset. A study from Tufts University found that older adults who included natural sources of vitamin E, like sunflower seeds, into their diets for just 3 months, showed a 29% improvement in night vision, less dryness, and even better mental focus. And I'll tell you a story. There's a woman I know. Her name is Mrs. Sarah. She's 68. She used to complain that every time she went to the market in the late afternoon, the lights would glare in her eyes. She'd blink and squint, and her vision would blur. Her granddaughter bought her a small bag of roasted sunflower seeds, told her, "Grandma, try eating just a little each evening. No salt, just plain seeds." And 1 month later, she told me with a proud smile, "Now I can walk through the market at dusk without feeling blinded. And you know what? I sleep better too." Something so simple, and yet so powerful. If you'd like to try it yourself, just a spoonful or two of unsalted shelled sunflower seeds in the evening. You can sprinkle them over porridge, yogurt, or salads, or roast them lightly to bring out the nutty flavor. Drink a warm glass of water alongside. Your digestion will thank you. Just one little change. But please avoid the salted ones. I know they taste good, but the extra sodium can raise your blood pressure and cause bloating, something we don't need more of at this stage in life. Sometimes we go looking for expensive eye drops or supplements, forgetting that the light our eyes long for may already be sitting in a small, simple bowl right in front of us. With just a few sunflower seeds each night, you're not only nourishing your vision, you're planting calm. You're watering your nervous system. You're giving your body a quiet form of sunlight, even as the day comes to a close. Because maybe the real miracle isn't in what we fix, but in what we choose to care for, gently, patiently, and every single night. If the brain were a lamp, then sleep would be the switch that recharges its light. But as we grow older, many of us find that switch no longer works the way it used to. Maybe you've noticed it too. You fall asleep easily, but wake up 2 or 3 times a night. You wake up early, but still feel tired. And when morning comes, your mind feels foggy, like it hasn't had a chance to rest at all. Have you ever felt that way? If so, tonight I want to introduce you to something small. So small, in fact, that it might seem too simple. But as someone who has seen its quiet power again and again, I'd say, don't underestimate a handful of almonds. Yes, almonds. These aren't just crunchy snacks or trail mix fillers. They're packed with the kind of nutrition that speaks directly to the brain and gently invites the nervous system to slow down. Inside each almond is magnesium, one of the most important minerals for deep, restorative sleep. Just a small serving, about 7 or 8 almonds, provides 20% of your daily need. Magnesium helps relax the muscles, but more importantly, it calms the mind. And when the mind is calm, the body follows. I've seen it many times in my practice. Stress, anxiety, overthinking, all of them chip away at memory, even more than age does. But when sleep improves, memory often follows. Almonds are also rich in vitamin B2 and B3, riboflavin and niacin. These B vitamins improve blood flow to the brain, increase oxygen delivery, and help the mind stay sharp and flexible. And then there's vitamin E, flavonoids, and powerful antioxidants that protect the brain from long-term damage, helping you not just think clearly today, but continue to do so for many years to come. A recent study in the International Journal of Nutrition looked at older adults who ate almonds regularly before bed. After just 4 weeks, their deep sleep scores improved by 17%. Short-term memory got better, and most of all, they reported feeling more mentally stable, less scattered, more like themselves again. I want to share with you a real story. Mrs. Emily, 69 years old, told me this. My mind used to drift in and out. I'd forget things mid-thought. My daughter-in-law told me to try eating a few almonds before bed. It seemed too simple to matter. But I gave it a try. After 2 weeks, something shifted. I was sleeping through the night, and in the morning, it felt like my mind was floating. Light, clear, peaceful. And you know what? That's the power of gentle things. They work slowly, but deeply. If you'd like to try this simple habit, here's how to begin. About 30 to 60 minutes before bed, eat 5 to 7 almonds. You can soak them in warm water earlier in the day. That makes them easier to digest and helps the nutrients absorb better. Eat them on their own, or with a cup of warm oat or almond milk. Some even add chia or flax for an extra touch of calm. But please, avoid almonds with salt, sugar, or butter coatings. Your heart and your blood sugar will thank you. Sometimes, it's not the big changes that bring healing. Sometimes it's something as simple as choosing kindness for your body. One small bite at a time. Just a few almonds each night, and you might find yourself sleeping a little deeper, remembering a little better, and feeling a little lighter in the morning. Almonds are not just a food. They are in many ways a key that unlocks the door to a clearer mind and a more peaceful night. There's something beautiful about how nature hides its greatest treasures inside the smallest things. And tonight, I want to share one of those treasures with you. It's something you may already know as a tasty snack. Fun to crack open, fun to nibble on. But there's more to it than meets the eye. Pistachios, or as I like to call them, a little gift from nature for your mind, your mood, your sleep, and your eyes. Yes, really. Because sometimes the things we treat casually are quietly doing their best work behind the scenes. Let me ask you something. Have you ever laid in bed at night, tired, but unable to fall asleep? Your body wants to rest, but your mind won't settle. You keep turning over, adjusting your pillow, checking the clock, and by morning, your head feels heavy, your eyes feel strained, and memory? Scattered. A patient of mine, Mr. Robert, 72, once told me, I don't need fancy things. I just want to sleep through the night without pills and wake up without feeling older than I am. I hear that a lot, and sometimes the answer isn't a medication. Sometimes it starts with a small handful of pistachios. Here's what most people don't know. Pistachios are one of the highest natural sources of melatonin, even higher than walnuts. Melatonin is the hormone that tells your body, it's time to sleep now. You're safe. So, eating a few pistachios in the evening helps your body prepare for rest, not by forcing sleep, but by gently inviting it in. And that's just the beginning. These little green gems are also rich in vitamin B6, a nutrient that helps your body make serotonin and dopamine. Those are the feel-good chemicals, the ones that help you feel calm, focused, and even happy. They also help with short-term memory, the kind of memory that lets you remember why you walked into a room or recall the name of an old friend. And if your eyes often feel tired, or if you've noticed night vision getting worse, pistachios are packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, two nutrients that protect your retina and filter out harmful blue light. They help reduce eye strain, slow macular degeneration, and protect your ability to see clearly, even in dim light. And of course, there's the heart. Pistachios are full of healthy fats and potassium, which help regulate blood pressure and support circulation, especially blood flow to the brain and the eyes. And as any good doctor will tell you, better blood flow means better sleep, better focus, and fewer of those fuzzy-headed mornings. There was a study, done at the University of Pennsylvania, that looked at older adults who ate a few pistachios each evening. After just 6 weeks, they showed deeper sleep, less nervous fatigue, and noticeably better memory recall. No pills, no side effects, just a few little seeds, working their quiet magic. If you'd like to try it yourself, it's simple. Just 5 to 7 unsalted pistachios, shelled, about 1 to 2 hours after dinner. You can enjoy them as they are, or pair them with a warm glass of plant-based milk or a few slices of ripe banana. And please, stay away from the salted or flavored kinds. As delicious as they may be, too much sodium can undo the benefits. I know that many of you have tried all sorts of ways to improve your memory, protect your eyesight, or just sleep better. You may have bought pills, downloaded apps, and yet, the answer might have been in something as small as this: a seed with a soft green heart and a powerful purpose. Mr. William told me, I started eating pistachios just to humor my grandson. I didn't expect anything, but after a few nights, I began sleeping through, and in the morning, my eyes didn't burn anymore. I call them my natural sleeping pills now. And I smiled, because sometimes it really is that simple. Let me remind you of the 6 gentle allies we've met in this journey. Flax seeds, for soothing your nerves and nourishing your retina. Chia seeds, for balancing hormones and deepening your sleep. Walnuts, for protecting memory and brain cells. Sunflower seeds, for brightening vision and strengthening focus. Almonds, for calming your mind and supporting restful sleep. And pistachios, for lifting your mood, protecting your eyes, and gently carrying you into a peaceful night. My friends, aging is not a reason to give up. It's an invitation to listen closer, care deeper, and nourish your body with wisdom. And maybe the most powerful step is also the smallest, just a few seeds, each night. And in time, you may just wake up to a version of yourself that feels clearer, lighter, and more at ease. Let the night be soft, let the morning be bright, and let these seeds carry you, gently, to both. If this video has given you hope, please give it a like, share it with someone you love, and subscribe so you won't miss more natural, gentle, and science-backed solutions for healthy living.